Apparently Varg makes 3D printed parts as well. Totally didn't realize that there was 3D printed stuff on the bike. But anyways, hey, I'm Shane Penny, the worst dirt bike YouTuber you seem to keep watching. If you are new, like, subscribe, I appreciate it. So let me give you some terrible advice. I took the triples off of my EX because I was playing with the idea of throwing some XC Gear Makos. And then I also greased the neck bearings because we did it on the MX, and I was like, you know what? Probably should just go ahead and grease the bearings on the EX too. But I see a lot of people asking questions about the MX 1.2 and the EX because these will apply together. Because they share the exact same wire harness. Really, the only difference that you're going to see across here is that you're not going to have all of these lights on, or all these buttons on this map switch. You will just have these 3 buttons on the MX 1.2. Stark, you know, in all their lovely glory, ran the wires through the handlebar, so you have, you know, the throttle is the only one that's not. The brake switches run through, the map switch runs through, and it comes out here. And I was playing with the idea of changing out the handlebars, the handlebar mounts to the Makos, but it's really, you can't, because how they have it is this sits like this, and this is like an integral part of the top mount, and this is like your wiring hub, because this is your headlight, these are the brake switches. The black one is, don't remember what the other black one is, but this one's your map switch, and then it comes down this wire loom. Oh, the other black one's the throttle. And it comes down this wire loom and it connects down here. So in theory, I could move it down and move it to the in front of, like the way that the old MX was, but I feel like I'm just asking for too much trouble. Plugged it back in. It just made like a whirring noise. I don't know if the mic, oh, maybe it was just me shaking the bike. So I just wanted to kind of address this because I think a lot of people don't understand the wiring and everything when it comes to the EXs and the MX 1.2. The MX1, it was very simple. It only had 3 wire plugs. That was it. Your MX 1.2 is still going to have all of the hubs because you've got other plugs in here that I'd be lying if I told you I knew what some of the other plugs do. I know one goes to a horn, and I can't remember what the other one does. But on your MX 1.2, you'll still have the headlight plug, the light plug, you'll still, because they're still using this base. The base is the same part. So you can buy the MX 1.2 and then you could buy the lights and you could buy the EX plastic kit and the taillight. You could do all of that. So you have all of those options, but I don't know. They've kind of shoehorned. If I ended up changing out the bars, I think I would get rid of the brake switches. If you get rid of the brake switches, you just run full taillight full time. And you obviously lose capabilities of doing, no, you still have the capabilities for the turn signal. So I probably would do that, and I would just run the map switch on the outside, and then obviously you just have your throttle. So that would be the only 2 wires that would go through the handlebars at that point. Oh, that's what the other plug was, is you had the alternate dead man switch. You had the other red button on the right side. That was what the green plug was on the back of there, which I need to get more of these little caps. They only give you a couple of them. I have 1 less of those now. So
the gas can charger.
Thank you, babe. I'll get it in a second. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about it for a minute because I mean they have a lot of R&D into this, and you can tell, but this is still super proprietary. I'm playing with putting an aftermarket headlight on the EX, and I've got the XL Pro that I'm playing with. XL80, sorry, this is the XL80. And Sammy has the, she's gonna hold that for a second and show it to you while I talk. Sammy has a Squadron Pro and an S2 Pro that hers actually runs just fine without the, on the EX, without any modifications. I'm staring right at it. Sorry, everyone. Da-da. So Sammy has this, and between the two lights, it pulls about 63 watts. And the EX runs it just fine. It doesn't need anything. I plugged it in, bam, it ran it. This one pulls 71 watts, and it flickers. It flickers real bad. And what I'm essentially working on doing is I've got a dimmer, a PWM dimmer, wired midway that gives me the ability to step it down so I'm not using as much power. So I'm working on that, and because we got a 24-hour race in a month, and I'm one of those people that more lights the better, and more lights the better.
So what's the difference between light output with having the 2 to the 1? So
this one puts out a stronger spread because it's a bigger reflective, so it's not as targeted. The LEDs from the XL Pro and the Squadron Pro, they're the same LED, just in a different housing. And Baja Designs says that you have a little bit better light control. You have a more even spread at a longer distance on the XL Pro versus the Squadron Pro. This is the XL80, which has the super big diodes, which it sucks because I really wish I could use these, but I don't think I'm going to be able to use them without some kind of modifications. And then Sammy's is an old Moto-minded kit, so it's not a Baja Designs kit, which I could fab something up, but I'm in this weird cusp of like, I just need to be realistic and just have something that works. I need to stop trying to reinvent the wheel, just get something that works and leave it alone. That's what I need to do, but it's so hard because I have such a big trouble of just leaving alone. I just can't do it. But that's gonna be it for today. It's just a quick talking point. We'll do more of actually addressing what the lights are going on. And we'll do more helmet light testing. We're gonna do some other like prep for the 24-hour. I'm gonna try some light testing when it comes to how far the lights go, that with the helmet lights, the Baja Designs, and even compared to a stock EX, which it's gonna just, the stock EX headlight's pretty good, but dude, these headlights just trounce. They trounce them.
How are you gonna attach them?
So we have the mic probably didn't pick it up, but my wife said, how are you going to attach them? We have a 3D printed bracket that will go right here. And then I'm going to put a collar on the backside of the PLA printed. And it's just going to have a threaded collar on it, and they'll slip right here. The two tongs on the bottom here almost perfectly fit in the notches on the front fender. So that's what we're going to end up using. That's why I went with the Husky. A lot of people use the KTM, but I really just think that the Husky mount looks better on the Stark. Also, you can get gray. It's gray. It's just totally aesthetics. Yeah. Because gray is superior. But I really appreciate everyone coming along. Keep an eye out for some race footage from this weekend. Sammy has the drone. She's going to knock the dust off of it, and you're going to see some drone footage. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. Totally appreciate all of you guys. Don't forget, if you're buying a Stark, refer somebody. It doesn't have to be me. Make sure you do a referral. You get $300, they get $300. See ya, guys.